Who is this new Bungie and what have they done with the old one? Bungie has been absolutely cooking for the last month. I've compiled a short list of all the crazy changes of things that they've announced, and they're looking for more feedback for what we should immediately add to the game in Destiny 2, which at this point in time, it looks like Bungie will basically add anything that the community requests, okay? We finally got Super Black back into Destiny 2. That's when you know Bungie is listening. That's when you know they're actually trying to please the community of Destiny 2. Let's go over this list though. Let's go through every single thing that's happened in just the last month alone. We've gotten a Horde mode, which is something that's been requested for an extremely long time. It's Onslaught. It's not entirely perfect, but it is a Horde mode, something that Destiny 2 players have been asking for many, many years. They've also recently announced they're going to be doing a no ability PvP mode. Now, this is something that we've been talking about, a bare bones mode, something we've been talking about for so many years. They finally announced that. So PvP players are getting something with their no ability PvP mode. PvE players are getting their Horde mode. We also have a new enemy race coming in the final shape. Obviously very exciting, the Dread. We have Pantheon, which is coming out next week. So a gauntlet of going through all these different raid bosses and bosses throughout Destiny's history. Very exciting and very challenging as we go through contest mode while doing this. Then on top of that, we have new PvP maps, something again for the PvP community. They haven't been seeing as much love over the last few years. They're finally getting that on top of, again, the no ability PvP mode. Then we have Prismatic coming out, which is going to be a blend of the light-based and darkness-based subclasses, which is going to take build crafting to new heights. It's going to be very exciting to see what the possibilities are. Now, at first, obviously, it maybe looks a little lackluster because they're not letting us just do all of the abilities. Like, you can't just do absolutely everything you want, but I'm sure with time they will allow more and more, so that way they can, you know, give us some excitement with the new updates as Prismatic gets more and more powerful with time. So Prismatic obviously looking very exciting, but that's not even it. That's not even half of the list that we have here. We also have overhauls to various different systems, which adds a ton of quality of life changes to the game. We've got a HUD overhaul, because right now you can see on the screen right there, I've got 4 buffs. I got Radiant, Armor Charge, Banner of War, and Woven Mail, but there can be various other buffs going on throughout the encounter, wipe mechanics, etc. And so the only being limited to 4 buffs has been a big problem for a long time now. A HUD overhaul is something that has been very much desired for Destiny players. Then we're also getting a power level overhaul, which is excellent as well. The power leveling system in Destiny 2 has been very simple, and now we're going to have a much more advanced one, and the ability to just join on someone's fire team, and whoever's the highest level will be able to take you into the activity, which is nice. And obviously level doesn't matter as much as the gear, so I think it's cool to just get people in the door and see if you can actually take them through the activity. Something I'll look forward to as I do carries, of course. Then we have a clan overhaul going on as well. They've announced this in the recent TWID. That's exciting. We have the Whisper mission has come back, one of the best exotic missions in Destiny 2. The 0 Hour mission, which is coming back at the time I'm recording this video. It'll be a little over a week from now. We'll finally get the 0 Hour back in there. And then we have character recustomization, the ability to go back in and change your character's face. We have name changes are re-allowed again. Then we have a bunch of like iconic weapons in Destiny 2 that we thought would probably never return. We had Midnight Coup come back, Mountaintop, Recluse, Hammerhead, and obviously various others. Those are just the big 4 that I look at, with obviously the new event, the Into the Light event, and Onslaught, and grinding through all of that. Obviously there's various other quality of life changes that I'm skipping over because they had like sandbox changes and stuff like that, and they even brought like skimmers in the game. Like that was just like they're randomly like, hey, we have skimmers now. And so these are all the changes that happened in just the last month. Who is this new Bungie? They are absolutely cooking right now. They are grinding. I don't know who they have hired on their team or what they're doing, but they are putting in overtime right now, it would seem, especially compared to the previous months leading into this last month. It felt like they were absolutely sleeping at the wheel, but now they're driving and they're cooking big time with all these updates. There's so much going on. And not only that, but we have Cosmo, the community manager, tweeting out this saying, let us know what you'd like to add in for the future, as he's responding to a viral tweet where basically it seems like Bungie has opened the Scrooge McDuck vault and just allowed players to have anything they want, right? You got your Super Black shader and everything else. They finally opened the vault and just giving you the stuff that you want. Now, what else can we have? Now we have all the most popular comments. We're going to break this down to the things that you might potentially see in the future, because obviously Bungie, they're listening to the feedback now as they're trying to, you know, hype us up for the final shape. They're trying to take us through the last year of this Light and Darkness saga. Exciting. So we have 12-player raid or activity came at the top of the list here. So we'll see if Bungie ends up actually pulling this off at some point in time. I have heard rumors of there being some sort of 12-player activity within the final shape, but at this point in time, it's just rumors. Then we also have unlimited free transmog is an option, or something that Bungie should definitely consider at some point, right? At this point in time, having this like weird stingy system where you're kind of locked into a certain amount and then you have to pay to transmog more beyond that, beyond those like 2 sets, that's too stingy and too cheap. Bungie needs to not try to push so many people into spending money at Eververse. They need to give us free unlimited transmog. That would be an excellent change. I also mentioned previously they should do a Xur overhaul. This is something that Xur has just been so basic for so long. He spawns in 3 locations, and he sometimes brings some good stuff, and sometimes he brings absolute trash. For the last like 2 months, it's just been trash, but a Xur overhaul would be amazing. And here's the Xur overhaul that I have in mind. First things first, he spawns in any location in the entire Destiny universe, which means on Friday at reset time, it's a wild goose chase. We're searching every nook and cranny. We're looking in lost sectors. We're looking underneath bridges. We're looking at all the different planetary destinations. He could be anywhere. It would be fun. And you might think, well, that's a little too chaotic. What if no one finds him? The Destiny community is going to find Xur. You know what I'm saying? They're going to search every single nook and cranny, and we're going to find where Xur is located. It would be really fun and really exciting to do that. And of course, once he's found, then they're going to share it on, I'm going to make a YouTube video of where he's at, right? I'm going to share it on Twitter. I'm going to share it on Reddit. Like, all of that information will be spread, and everyone will find out where Xur's at. Like, everyone, it won't be that hard for people to figure this out, but it will be a really fun chase, and it'll kind of take us into the world of Destiny, you know, adventuring around and exploring areas that we've maybe never seen. And obviously Bungie, they've worked so hard to develop all these planets and all these, you know, public event locations and everything that you have, lost sectors on these roaming worlds, that it would be fun to just get people to go out there and actually be like excited to just run around and explore and look underneath every different rock that they could possibly find. So a Xur overhaul where he spawns in any location inside the Destiny universe would be amazing. And then of course, make him have just one nice thing every week, something that's either powerful or rare. It doesn't really matter. There's so many different things in Destiny 2 now. We've got thousands of items. It's not that hard just to have Xur have one good thing a week, so that way there's a reason to go find him, right? Then there'd be a reason to go on this like wild goose chase and hunt him down across all the different planetary destinations and figure out where he's at. It would be worth it, because as soon as you find him, you know he's going to have something crazy, and that's definitely something that Destiny 2 has been missing, and I really hope they do that Xur overall. There's also countless other things he could do. Some people were saying that he should sell those sunset weapons that people have now dismantled. Like, for example, imagine Xur sells the sunset kindled orchid, the one that has, you know, kill clip and rampage. Maybe, I'm just saying, that'd be pretty nice. I know a lot of you out there that dismantled your kindled orchids, or the new players out there that you're like, hey, I never even got a kindled orchid. I just started playing Destiny like 2 years ago. I don't even know what the heck that is. Well, you would be very excited with the opportunity to get your hands on what is now the most powerful void hand cannon in Destiny 2, in both PvE and potentially in PvP as well. So that would be really cool if Xur sold sunset weapons. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. On top of that, we could have Sparrow/Skimmer Racing. Obviously, SRL is something that came up in the comments of the community manager's tweet. People always want SRL to come back. I don't know if we'll ever see that, but that would be kind of interesting. Then on top of that, a ping system is something that PvP players have been wanting for quite some time now. When you're roaming around in the PvP map, there's points of interest, like certain areas you want to go, certain pinch points, certain things you want to avoid. A ping system would be really nice, especially if you're going to solo into trials. You don't necessarily have good comms with everyone, but you don't need comms. If you can have a ping system, you say, you ping, hey, we're going to go to the power, or hey, we're going to go to the zone, or hey, we're going to go on a flank, or whatever. You just ping that area, and then everyone can kind of follow that ping system. A ping system added to Destiny 2, especially for PvP, would be amazing. We also saw in the comments of this and stuff that Bungie might actually consider bringing, we saw that they had an emote wheel was brought in here so that we could have more than 4 emotes. That would be nice. I know some of you out there, I mean, everyone out there has like well over 100 emotes at this point in time. So it'd be nice to be able to sift through all of those and use them all. Map voting would be an awesome one as well. This was an option that was brought up, something that we might see soon in the future, because obviously when you're loading into a PvP map, or have the option to, when you're waiting to load into the lobby, it'd be nice to just be able to vote on which map you get to play. Of course, better anti-cheat is going to be important as well. So we'll want to have an improvement in the anti-cheat in Destiny 2, because we have so many cheaters lately in Trials. And then the last bit was just bring back faulted content, which kind of ties into the Xur thing like I'm talking about. A lot of you out there have been really wanting those sunset weapons to be back in your hands because you dismantled them now that Bungie is removing that power limit. So it would be nice to have an option to get those, but that's everything that Bungie has been cooking. It's been a crazy month. I'm excited for the final shape. Bungie is finally putting in the work they need to get the Destiny community hyped. Let me know if you're hyped for the final shape and hyped for all of these updates, and make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.